Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia is the greatest living flute player in the world. His masterful blowing technique has changed the way the flute is played. He's collaborated with all the great musicians from Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma to Lata Mangeshkar. His life story is fascinating. You're watching our talk. I'm Jujhar Singh. Hariji, a very warm welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your father was a wrestler. He wanted you to be one as well. When is it that you realized that you didn't want to be doing wrestling? You wanted to be a musician instead?
Well, since I started wrestling, I was so much uncomfortable. It used to pain the whole body. And when I wanted to play flute, and it was very painful to blow, and so I said, it's not going to, I'm not going to survive like this. So I was just to show my father that I am very sincere, I am very dedicated, devoted to your profession, but more I am in music, that I did not tell him. I used to hide myself and practice.
I believe you had a neighbor, Pandit Raja Ram, and while you were training in the Akhara on the one hand, you used to secretly go and learn vocal music from him.
Yeah, he was my first teacher, first guru. And when I used to just, hum. And when he heard my voice, he said, why don't you come and learn some classical music? Why are you singing only filmy music? Come and learn from me.
And you were doing all this in secret.
Yeah.
You were very naughty as a kid.
At that moment, every kid are naughty when they are young.
How did you switch, Hariji, from vocal music to the flute?
That's right. I'm also singing through bamboo. Yeah. I'm still singing. But through bamboo, because my voice was not very sweet, and also the octave, only I used to sing just one octave. Singers, they are supposed to sing 2 octaves, whereas my voice was little low. And so my teacher said, why don't you sing through bamboo? That was really a kind of a gift to me. And then I started blowing flute.
I heard a story that when you were a young boy, you one day saw another young boy playing the flute, and then when he put the flute down to drink a cup of water, you picked up his flute and fled from there.
Yes, I stole, and I started running, and he was behind me, and thank God it was getting dark, so I went in some, in small lane, and then he was not able to find me.
But it means you were really getting obsessed with the flute.
But I tell you, he was playing so nice tune, and I was following him. And when he started, drinking water, and that moment I said, let me grab this, otherwise I will not be able to get a flute.
Haath se nikal jayega.
Haath se nikal jayega.
Hariji, you then started learning the flute from Pandit Bholanath.
Yes.
Thereafter, you moved to Orissa. You got a job as an artist with the Kathak radio.
Thanks to God, I got a job in All India Radio. Now I will be only just playing music, listening to all the stars, all the Maestros. So I was so lucky, and I left my house.
And your wrestler father, what was he saying about all this?
The first time I saw my father, he started crying. You are leaving me alone. I lost your mom when I was young. And because of you, boys, I did not get married. And now you are leaving me behind. I am going to miss you. Then he started crying. And then I was also crying. I said, now this is the moment, if I don't leave, I will never be able to leave.
In 1960, you moved from Orissa to Bombay, and you continued with your job in the radio, but then came the Hindi film industry. How did that happen?
Well, I was so much busy in Orissa because I was young, and there were Orisi dancers. And they used to just request me to play with them. And all young girls, and they were after me, please play with me. I used to get money also. And they used to feed me, they used to take me to the movies. So I was very much happy about this. But suddenly,
they were dating you.
And when my bosses, there were many bosses, they came to know that I am busier than them and I am getting more money than them. So then they punished me, and they said, you have to go from here to somewhere like Kala Pani Ki Saja. And they sent me to Bombay.
So you were playing flute on the radio over there, but then how did the film industry suddenly beckon you? How did that happen?
Well, I was so fortunate that I was playing a concert in the radio, and somebody was listening from film industry, from music department, and there was some recording was going on. The flute player who was supposed to play, he did not turn up. And then Mother late Madan Mohanji, great music director. And this, he said, "Oh, you liked his playing? Ask him to come." And then I got a call within 15 days or 20 days. I was so happy. I went to just, clean my face and then change my clothes and took my flutes and went to the studio and played the song. मैंने तुम संग जन्म गवा के हार गई सजना. And Lata ji was singing. And everybody started looking at me, my goodness.
You still remember the tune?
Yeah. You must have heard. It was very popular. And really, I was so fascinated about this, and I was so happy, my goodness. So beautiful song, and so well-known music director.
And then one film happened, and the second happened, the third happened. You collaborated with some of the great music directors at the time, S.D. Burman, R.D. Burman.
Everybody, not only Burmans, Nayyar Saab, Shankar Jayakisan, S.D. Burman, Vasant Desai, Sri Ram Chandra, Nausad Saab, all the great people, great maestros.
You were basically playing the flute during the film.
Just
songs.
playing the flute. Maybe sometimes I used to play just 1 second or 5 seconds or 10 seconds or maybe 30 seconds, not more than that in 3-minute song.
You were doing all these films at the time, but how much at that time did you also feel that it was distracting away from your classical music?
Yes. I was feeling sorry. I was getting enough money. Since morning until late night I used to play. I used to work in the studio and minting money, I tell you. But then I was missing also music because my base was classical music. But I learnt a lot in the studios also from the music director. What is the harmony? What is the composition? What is the movie? What is the script and what is the dialogues? There I learned a lot about this thing. So beautiful, so fantastic.
But obviously there was something inside you which wanted to focus more on your classical
music, because I started my life, my musical life in classical music. And now because of money I was missing this. So I just went to learn from my Guru Ma, Annapurna Devi.
Annapurna Devi, the daughter of the great Baba Alauddin Khan, ex-wife of Pandit Ravi Shankar.
Yes.
But she's very, very reclusive. How did you manage to convince her to teach you?
Well, I thought when I met Baba, long time back when I was studying in the school, I met Baba in Allahabad, my native place. Baba said, "You come to my here." I said, "My father is wrestler. If he comes to know that I am going to learn music, he will kill me." So Baba said, "Okay, then if you get chance to learn, if I am not there because I am old, so go to my daughter." And fortunately, when I was transferred in Bombay, Annapurna ji was there with Ravi ji. So I went, I requested her, "Why don't you teach me?" She said, "Don't play flute. I am playing Surbahar."
She was a Surbahar player,
I said, "I want to break this tradition. I want to learn music, not Surbahar." Then she started thinking about this. And then it took me 3 years to convince her that I am just going to learn music. She said, "Why don't you go to my husband, Ravi Shankar?" I said, "No, I want your music. Baba has advised me, and he is more my God than anybody else." And
he was a legend.
A legend, I tell you.
But I hear that Annapurna Devi actually made you get to change your flute playing style before she started to teach you.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
She said, "You are going to start from the beginning, from the scratch, from Sare Gama Padhani Sa. How you are going to convince me?" I said, "Ma, whatever you say, Eklavya, you know the story of Eklavya. Whatever you say, I will do. But I will learn music from you. Otherwise, I will leave flute and I will do something else." Then she said, "Okay, then you have to start from this Sare Gama Padhani." I said, "I will do that." Believe me or not, I used to practice hard and I used to cry because changing my position. I used to play like this. And when I started with Ma, I just started like this to convince her.
Just to play with Annapurna ji, you started playing with your left hand instead of the right.
Yes.
But that's incredible. That must have been really difficult.
Still it's painful, but it doesn't matter.
You're still doing it.
Because I found in Guru Ma, my Ma, my Guruma and Goddess Saraswati, everything. So I said, whatever you say, I will listen, but I want to play your music, not Surbaha.
Hariji, you then started learning under Annapurna Devi. What did she do to your flute playing?
A kind of, what do you call this, Gatkari. Gaiki and Gatkari. Gaiki means who are singers.
Singing style.
Singing style. And Gatkari means who are playing sitar, sarod. And those times, sitar and sarod was very, very popular. There was no flute player. These instruments, they were, I tell you, they were playing so wonderful music, so wonderful classical music. So
she sort of got you to play more in the instrumental style.
Instrumental, Drupad style, on flute, on surbahar, Drupad style music, that's really wonderful music, I tell you.
Hariji, let's talk about your flute now. You first of all perfected some sitar, sarod elements like the dil there on your flute. How much was that Annapurna Ji's influence on your playing?
Yes, like stroke, they put stroke. We don't have any string, so how can we put stroke? So my ma said, why don't you use your tongue? Stroke, through your tongue.
Hariji, you also introduced full-fledged alap jor sections to the playing of the flute.
I used to listen when I was a child. I used to listen to the radio and I used to enjoy so much. They used to play just, some kind of composition in slow ek-tal tempo, like like this for hours and hours. And I used to enjoy, my goodness, bamboo can play so beautifully. But when I went to my Guruma, totally different kind of music, different kind of effect of notes, my goodness. Like I'm just taking a simple raga and you see the alap and yod in Drupad style. Otherwise, Drupad style was only sung by all these priests in the temple with pakhavat. But instrument-wise, my gharana, Mahir gharana, Baba Ustad Alauddin Khan Sahib, he started. And see the difference. So meditative, so meditative. And then with Pakhawaj, like. So simple, so beautiful. Each note has so much value. Why to run?
The other thing, Hariji, is that you play in such a clear and strong manner, and you're doing it even till today. How do you manage to do it?
Well, this is my prayer. I told you, prayer you can do, unless your last breath you can do prayer in temple or in your room, just lock the room. It's kind of meditation, and I'm doing every day. I can play, still I can play 10 hours, 12 hours.
It's the clarity and the strength that you bring to the flute, Who's able to do that?
There might be someone, they must be following me or maybe somebody else. Yeah, but I tell you, nowadays there are so many followers of flute because this is a very simple kind of instrument. So everybody will like to carry whether they are boys or girls. No strings, no skin, no tuning, just pick up and just play. Lord Krishna.
It looks simple, but how simple or difficult is it to play?
Yes, very difficult. Very difficult.
It is difficult.
To blow is difficult and also blow in tune. You don't tune the instrument, but you have to tune yourself before you play.
You're renowned for your masterful blowing technique. What is this technique that you've used that is so well known?
Well, it's a kind of how to make blowing beautiful. Just blowing beautiful. If you would blow beautifully, then you will get beautiful sound also. Like just blowing. You should enjoy blowing like you are humming, like you are singing. I'm singing. I'm not blowing, but I'm singing through bamboo.
Ariji, let's also talk about your music compositions for films now. You composed for many films. The famous Shiv-Hari combination, you and Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma. Your big hit was 1981 Silsila.
Every song was so effective, I tell you. Even the artists, even the cameraman, even the story writers, they used to enjoy the music so much. I remember, you must have heard, even Amitabh ji sang first time in Silsila, Rang Barse Bhige Chunavar.
Yeah.
And that song, without this song, you will never find the Holi is complete. Yeah. Everybody waits, but I tell you, and then Amitabh Bachchan ji sang also Neela Asma So Gaya. Lata ji also sang the same version, Amitabh ji sang. And if you remember this song, he, in the place of music, interval music, he was narrating the poem. You remember?
It's beautiful and everybody remembers it. You've composed for so many films, Hero, Chandni, Dar, Parampara. Which composition is particularly sort of special for you?
All the tunings, I love all the tuning. Suppose if you have five children, if I ask you which child you like, I love all my songs. Different, but this thing, I think just try to remember this, listen to this song and try to get the name of the movie. Huh? तेरे मेरे होठों पे चांदनी. I love this song also. So tuned. Beautiful.
Hariji, but in the last few years, you've hardly composed for films. Why is that?
Because we don't get such kind of theme or such kind of story, musical story or such kind of setup. But certainly we are going to get it.
Or the music of Bollywood has changed as well.
The whole thing is changing. I don't know, but there should be change also. Like, you know, the whole cycle of day to day, like when you find dark, then again you find light, then again you find dark. So you will find light again in the film industry also.
And you're also very busy in any case performing classical music on stage.
Yes, little bit.
And with your gurukuls, you have a gurukul in Mumbai, you have a gurukul in
know about
Bhubaneswar.
that. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Yes, I have got two gurukuls, one in Bombay and one in Bhubaneswar.
Yeah.
Because I started my career in Orissa, so I have one gurukul over there, and I'm over here. My base is in Bombay, so I have gurukul over here. And the name of the gurukul is Vrindavan, where you will find all these gopis and all these goalas. They are playing flute. Everybody is playing flute. Yes.
And you are the Lord Krishna there.
No, not at all. I am working for them.
Hariji, it's been wonderful talking to you. Very interesting. Thank you very much for joining us on our
Thank
talk.
you so much. Thank you.
And finally, this is Lord Krishna's instrument. I'm just wondering if we can leave our viewers with a Krishna bhajan.
Sure. They sing in Thumri. All Thumri singers, they love to sing this bhajan. And the poetry is Aaj khelo shyam sang holi.